Good morning, everybody. It's 8:47 a.m. and it's March 23rd, 2026. I am making this video mainly for one of my subscribers who goes by Thank Me Later Sports. He attempted the Larry Crone 24-hour Don't Talk to Your Dog challenge. I personally find that would be nothing more than a piece of cake because we pretty much do that all the time here. I want to tell Thank Me Later that he did not fail. Okay? Humans talk, humans make noise, and Larry knows this. And I think that was pretty unfair of him to do this to folks. My guys only hear my voice between 10 and 15% of the time when I'm addressing them. Okay, and I want to show you what a typical day is like for my dogs. And I'm also including a bath with Prince, which as you watch this video, you're going to see that not a single word has been spoken. And I've discussed this within my book. I call it dog ease. See, what people frequently do is the dog has to translate your intent, your meaning, the tone of your voice, and they have to go through a lot of work to connect the action or whatever the command might be with something that they're doing or not doing. With dog ease, I actually speak their language, which for the most part is non-vocal. And I want to show you here how incredibly quiet it is in my house, how well my dogs respond to me, and the quote-unquote magic control that I have over my dogs. I don't really have magic control. It's not training. It's not, it has nothing to do with training. It has to do with communication and understanding what is being said. Now, why do I call it dog ease? Well, it's because it's the natural communication method that dogs use with each other. Okay, I use facial expressions, I use body movement, I use gestures, but I very seldom ever use my voice. Okay, and this is a whole different level of communication than what most people do. No matter what the dog does, it still has to function on the human level. And that's what trainers do. They make the dog respond to their voices, their commands, etc., etc. My dogs do that, don't get me wrong. But as you may have seen one of my other videos where AI says that I'm not a dog trainer. I've been using this technique for like decades, and I had no idea that it was the right way to go. And I often wondered, why do I get the results when other people struggle? And I have recently, thanks to AI, learned why. Because I work with the dog's natural language. They understand it. It's easy, but it's a lot of work, folks. I have to be aware of what they're doing every moment of the day. Because dogs, they speak volumes. They transmit their thoughts, their feelings, what's going on with their body, where they are mentally and emotionally. And most of the time, it's without saying a single bark, And once they figure out that you're trying to understand what they're saying, they become more and more and more communicative. I can communicate with my dogs with nothing more than a glance. If they're roughhousing too much, that could escalate into a possible fight. All I have to do is turn my chair and go like that, and they immediately stop. Now, if they don't see me do that, then I will say something like, "Hey," and I'll go like that. It stops. If you followed me for any amount of time, you have seen me do this when they get a little bit too rowdy or they start barking too much when I'm trying to record. Oh, hello, sweetie, you're back. You've seen me, have to get kind of firm and say, "Hey," rather loudly. like what follows. Quiet. Okay, once in a while, one of the dogs might push it a little bit. They have to have that last little, the last word in, and then of course I do a correction like, "Hey, knock it off, done." And uh, so anyway, let's get on with this video. Like I said, it's kind of early in the morning. I would normally be doing other things, but I wanted to get this out to you. So thank me later. Thank you for the request, and I'm gonna get this going for you. Do you know one of my two roosters are out here moving around freely? Now, this is something that is not a common sight for most people, but I want to show you how my dogs respond to prey and how well regulated they are internally. And as you know, or should be fully aware, chickens are a very tasty prey. Hi, baby. Come on up. Come on up. Yeah, let me open this up here. Right. This is just one of my two roosters that can no longer be in the coop. So they are allowed to run free. Where's my other one? He's around here somewhere. Or maybe this one finally took off. Hello, cats. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the other dogs out. This is 15-year-old Nikki. And the roos have wandered off somewhere. Okay. Oh, and by the way, we finally found out what the problem is with Shay. This is the result of low thyroid. So now that we know officially what is happening, I will be able to get him treated so his hair will grow back. Shay dog, go walk, walk. It is raining and they don't want to be outside right now. Okay, there you are. See, he's right next to my rooster. Look at that. And notice zero fear. This rooster's name is actually Bob, and Claude is behind me. All my animals, all of the animals that I have names. They have autonomy. And there goes Shay doing his doggy thing. Okay. And I will let him know that he did a good job. Shay is now blinded in one eye because of his age. So getting his attention can be a little more difficult. Now I want him to not run ahead of me, so I'm going to signal him. Come, Prince. Okay, now keep in mind that Prince is a hunting breed. He is Catahoula and American Foxhound, which means He is very likely to go after my chickens, but I want to show you what does not happen. First of all, I want him to wait before he goes outside, addressing him, telling him what I want him to do. I exit first. And then I invite him out. Notice he does not rush out. He walks out calmly. Give him a little good boy. Ready? Go. Note, I have my cat here. Here's Bob. And let me go down the stairs here so you can get a better view of what is happening. And Princess behavior. Now, look at this. This is important, folks. Look at this. This is a prey animal. And look at Prince. Totally no interest whatsoever. Now I'm going to signal Prince to go home. So he'll know what to expect. Watch his responses. Well, that explains why he didn't respond quickly. He's caught here. Let him know he did the right thing. Tell him I want him to come closer to me. Release him from the lead. Now, as you can see, his collar is kind of messed up, so I want him back here. Do note his calmness. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, folks. Okay. At least I can get part of this started. Because I'm trying to make a point here to show you a couple of things. That noise is the hens laying eggs. There. Now I'm going to let the entire pack know that, well, all the dogs here know that they did a good job. So this is my expression. As I look around and scan each dog, making eye contact. Now I'm going to direct them by pointing to return to the bedroom. And again, note, I'm not saying a single word to them. Now I'm going to get all of their attention by doing the circle. indicating to them that I want them to come. I've just opened up the gates, and this is what we're going to do. All 5 of these dogs got a bath last night. Again, I'm going to tell him I want you. I did this and then pointed to the room. Okay, this applies to these dogs. Now I'm going to kennel them and bring out my other dogs. So next I need to have Daisy and Shay go to their beds. And I will do this again by signaling. Daisy pretends like she doesn't know what I want her to do. She does this all the time. Now I'm going to come over to her and give her my serious look. Daisy! Go bed! Go bed! Daisy! And this is the dachshund in her. Go bed! Daisy! Next, I need to get Odie out. Now I'm going to signal him to tell him not to rush. I'm going to go to Bo now. Signaling him not to jump out. Very good. Next, I have Pup Pup. Okay, so now we're getting ready to have the dogs go with me. I need to signal them to let them know they need to follow me. Let's start with Odie. Odie takes time to process, and these guys haven't had their baths yet. Odie! Get down! Good. And the signal, the follow signal looks like this, with my hands to the side like that. So, and then I will tell all of them that I want them to follow. So I'm going to open the door. Okay, now the door is now open, as you can see. Also, as you can see, nobody is rushing. So this is the follow signal. So there you have it. this is just a couple of the things that I do. The name of this series that you're looking at, which I actually am creating for my subscriber, Thank Me Later Sport, is due to this person took the Larry Crone challenge. And the challenge was go 24 hours without speaking to your dog. And the result for him or her was only lasted an hour. And I felt that that was not very okay of Larry, as Larry knows very well that humans, being primates, talk all the time, and that is our primary form of communication. And dogs speak dogese. And I explained that in another video. Basically, it is I call it dogese because it's communicating in the dog's native universal language. Okay, so as you can see here, there was no problem. You saw exactly how many times I spoke with the dogs. Yeah, there were some cuts here and there due to glitches with my phone, and that was the only reason. And but anyway, you saw what really happened. And the name of this series that you are watching is called "When Silence is Louder Than Thunder." Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead. Let's call it quits here. Thanks so much for watching. And remember, as always, if you are not teaching them to do the right things, you are teaching them to do the things you don't want them to do. And how do you do that? You correct the negative behavior that you don't want, and you make sure you reinforce the behavior that you do want to see. And that doesn't always mean by making a lot of noise. Talking to dogs, human speech is riddled with noise. It's just a lot of noise. That's all it is. Okay, so guys, thanks so much for watching. And I'm going to go ahead and make the next video and send it out to you. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you next time.